Hello, good morning, and welcome to Channels of Good News Africa here in Abundant Life Studio. My name is Adia James, call me Adia Grace. Yes, to conclude this book today, we want to take the last part of this book, Marriage and Grace, Understanding God's Purpose on Marriage. Yeah, we want to ask, why do some marriages fail? Yes, marriages have failed over time, even that of the pastors, that of the men of God. The question is, why do these marriages fail? Is it that the people are not doing what they are supposed to do? Are they not reading books? Are they not praying? Are they not studying the word of God? Because statistics shows that even the marriages of Christians are failing. Is it that they are not following the word of God? Is it that there's character issue in marriage? So we want to see why some marriages fail with other reasons. Marrying to gain than to give. Some people have the mind or the motive of marrying to gain. Maybe because the man is wealthy, the woman is wealthy. So you just marry because you want to gain from each other. And before you know, when what you wanted is no longer forthcoming, the marriage will fail. Marrying with the ultimate intention of having children. Yes, children. When we're talking about the purpose of God's marriage, we say the fourth purpose was God, as in the children, comes at the fourth purpose. That's not the ultimate purpose. Some people marry because they want children. If not for children, they won't get married. And we have seen that sometimes God will want couples to marry and know themselves and still serve the purpose of God. For instance, the marriage between them, Zechariah and Elizabeth. You know that they were married, they were serving God, they were doing the work of God, and them not having children was not a problem until the right time. That of Isaac and Rebekah for about 20 years, and before you know it, God gave them a child, Isaac. Yeah, that of Rachel and Jacob, our father in faith, Abraham and Sarah. You see that these people were still serving the purpose of God without allowing infertility to come between them. But in Africa, you know that after 1 year anniversary, a man is expecting that there should be a cry of a baby in the house, or else they will now tell you that two men cannot stay in the same house. So that is why some marriages fail. Some will even go outside and impregnate a young lady outside that will give birth to a child, because that was the reason why they got married. And the woman in the house will be going through trauma. And if such a woman will not want to go through that trauma, before you know it, she has to pack her things and leave the house. And there is this other reason why marriages fail: accidental marriage. Accidental marriage occur when two young people who are not yet married start to have sexual intercourse, premarital sex, and in the process the woman will get pregnant, and they will say, okay, since you're pregnant, let's go and marry. And especially it's existing even among the Christians, the born again Christians, when they don't want anybody to know that pregnancy have come, they will now go and do things in a hurry. That is accidental marriage. That kind of marriage may not last. Then we talked about marrying on deceit. Some marriages have been contracted based on deceit. Behind a mansion there are empty tombs, empty foundation. And the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Some ladies have abandoned the mansions they got married into because they later discovered that behind the building, under the building, there are hidden skeletons that threaten their life. So instead of them to die, they'd rather run for their dear life. For instance, a man may marry a woman and is impotent, he cannot impregnate a woman, so that woman will not be in bondage. She will leave the house, and when she discover a lot of hidden things, people break out and save their life instead of them to die in marriage. Then third party can also make marriage to fail. For instance, friends, in-laws, relatives, family members. Yes, as a young man, when you want to marry, as soon as you get married, it's not advisable that there are some friends you should not be talking to. There are some people you should not be relating with. As soon as you get married, your previous relationship should not come in, because sometimes previous relationship can cause breakage in marriage. And when you marry your wife, it is advisable that you don't stay in your family compound. You don't stay with her. The first 3 years of marriage, you're supposed to cultivate a different life with your wife. You're growing these 3 years. So in-laws and all those people can come and visit you and go. They shouldn't stay with you because you're trying to know this person you just married. So they should not come in between you, so that your marriage will last and grow together and see your weaknesses, your strengths, and before you know, you're blending. Then distant marriage. or we call it internet marriage. These days, somebody can just see somebody online, Facebook, Instagram, just chat, see picture you like, before you know, marriage proposal, before you know, you're married. You don't know this person, you're marrying a stranger. And besides that, when you're married, the person is in London, you're in Nigeria, the person is outside. This kind of marriage, you know that there are some married single people. When they are married, they are in another country, their husband is another country. Yes, sometimes job, your work can take you to a different location, but it is better that these two people who are now married should stay together, because when you stay together, there is a tendency that you can resolve your issue amicably and on time than staying in a different and long location. So the Bible says, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Let no job put asunder to what God has joined together. Let no in-law put asunder. Let no infertility like childbearing put asunder to what God has joined together. Let no secretary in the office. Let no driver. Let no in-law. Let no friend. Your marriage should be saved, not because of people. You should strive your best by the grace of God to make sure that when God has given you this marriage, you should keep it and grow with it and love God with it, and let Jesus Christ be the center of your marriage. God bless you.